All right, this is one of the worst demonstrations ever, okay? I've got a power supply here hooked up to this bell. The bell is in a jar, but it's not a bell jar, okay? I've got a vacuum pump here, and I can turn on the bell. And you can barely hear the bell, you know, but you can hear the bell, right? And what we're gonna do is we're gonna pump the air out of this while the bell's ringing. Now the problem is that, of course, you can't hear the bell while the pump is working, because the pump is so loud, but let's do this anyway. Let's persist, okay? And then I've got it on a blast shield here, just because it really could implode, you know? We hope it doesn't, but, you know. There we go. And then I always like to take it to a nice high vacuum, so I tighten down this second little nut there. And then you got to keep this hose from collapsing. Really, you know, we should replace this hose, but then if it was thicker, we couldn't pinch it off, right? So now I'm gonna tighten this off. I'm going to turn off the pump. And then I tell the kids, well, now you can't hear it. And of course, you can hear it, right? So the question is, why can we still hear it if sound doesn't travel through a vacuum? Maybe there's not a total vacuum in there. But really, that bell is being held on there by I used elastic, right? And I made little curly cues for the wires, but you could still hear it fairly well. But what I like to do is I'll undo this clamp, and I'll use my thumb to let the air back in. And you can hear, listen. A little bit of air. There we go. It's the bell sound doesn't travel through vacuum, right? And what's funny is that at low vacuum, those little contacts will spark a whole lot more, because what air becomes conductive close to a vacuum or something like that. But anyway, I'm going to stop talking.